Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. What I'd like to discuss is a utilities ETF, the reasons for buying, going long on XLU, and putting together a low-cost trade using a bear call spread or a bull put spread, in this case a bull put spread, because I'm going long for a little bit of money, less than $500. Well, let's get started, but before we do, I wanted to tell you that the Stock Planner channel is an education channel. We're doing our own due diligence. You really shouldn't be following anybody on the internet. You should do your own strategies, learn it, and win. You can't do that by following somebody else's black box strategy. You have to develop your own. So I'm showing you my trades and what I'm going to do with the hopes that it'll help you, but also discussing it and analyzing it, taking the time. This is the weekend and doing some planning for Monday, taking the time to plan out my trades. And I think that's what is the first step of being consistent. Whether you have money or not, you should be planning out some trades and practicing in either a paper trading account or a small investment in a real live trading account. Well, let's take a look at this. Now, why did I choose to trade XLU? I have a Discord chat, and there's a lot of information out there. This is the free area, and I put a lot of my trades out, you'll see. If you follow my channel, you'll understand that I have the 3 indicator strategy, where I list my trades out, and here are all the trades list. And we're currently open in PM, Rhine, Holly, CINF. Looks like about 6 trades open. In the free version, we're trading with $10,000 account and a stock list. It's listed there. These are the trade list. And it also has an exact trade list produced 2 or 3 times a day. It tells you when to trade. Because it's a $10,000 account, you can always scale in, but all the singles are still there. You just can't take them because you own the money. In this follow-along version, if you were following along since November of last year, it's produced a nearly $4,600 profit on a $10,000 account. That's pretty darn good. The reds are the losers, and there's several on there, but these haven't traded very long. But XLU is not on that list. In my $4 area, I have a few more tickers and a little bit more money, and so I get more signals. And the trade list is here, just like we've seen in the free area. And the free area is just quite good to get you started. I'm trying to get you to pay $4 to buy me a cup of coffee. But you can see that since April 22nd, we've got XLU as a buy, and then we have several scale-ins during that time. These are all opportunities to buy according to my algo. And in fact, there's more scale-in today. Looking at the chart, and this is all in the Omni Broker. This is how I produce my signals. I have an algorithm that looks for the MACD being below the zero line. This way is, and we had a crossover recently. Below the zero line, the stochastic RSI coming back around, and so is the RSI. We all had that. And when all those occur together, that's a 3-bar indicator. And we had that the last 4 days to scale in, a buy, and some scale ins. Is it going up? I think it's definitely going to go up to about 73. The 3 indicator strategy, I think I said 3-bar, but I meant 3 indicator. The 3 indicator strategy works on the MACD, and I have my settings in TradingView, and I'll show you that in a minute, in the description. You can do the exact same thing I'm doing here, but only manually. The stochastic and the RSI. This is TradingView, and it's free, up to 3 indicators, and there's lots of indicators on TradingView. All these, you can try them all out, pick your favorite ones. I just happen to pick the 3 that most people are using. This is on the weekly time frame. You can see it nice swings on the week. Some people like to trade on the weekly time frame. It takes less noise, but I'm trading on the daily. And you can see, again, the zero lag is below the zero line. Stochastic has come back around, and the RSI has come back around. The settings are in the description. This is the zigzag indicator. It's not an indicator at all. It's a perfect. It looks to the future and repaints itself to be perfect. But I use it to kind of decide if my, pick and choose indicators. And this is a three indicator strategy. And that would have picked up a long. And the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing because it doesn't have enough data. It needs to be perfect. It doesn't have enough data to put that line. So it doesn't know what it's doing. And that's when I like to take some action. So it's easy to scan through a list of stocks, look for when the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. Then you got to decide what's happening. But I'm looking for reversals, and I'm looking for stocks that do well in a recession and a inflationary period of time. Over here, if the RSI coming back and it's overbought condition, come back that below. The stochastic looks like it's coming back around there. And we have a little red dot. It's barely visible. Come down here. So when they all occur within a couple bars of each other, that's an indication to go short. And that would have been a valid short. So it's not perfect, but it gives me a chance to take a look at it. And I think that utilities are going to do well in a recession and inflation. And I have an indication based on my 3 indicator strategy to go long. This is the technical side of things. And let's just go do a little more research on the fundamental side, just to get a little more information on XLU. Now, XLU is an ETF, and there's not going to be a whole lot of information that you can find discussing its fundamentals, because an ETF is a basket full of stocks. Let's take a look at FinViz. Let's see, it's in a channel. Some would say that's an up channel. As a swing trader, I'm looking for these swings, and it looks like you could say that it bounce off that channel or bounce off of that channel and go that direction up. It's an exchange traded fund. It's not going to have PEs and target prices and analyst recommendations. It is optionable and shortable. We care about that, but it's not going to have a lot of this other information. Those things are very nice to use when you analyze stocks. Another tool I use is Simply Wall Street. It has a free side, and it's about $15 a month, so it's not very expensive either. Again, it's not going to have a lot of information on the ETFs, but it's investing companies operating across the utilities sector. Invest in growth and value stocks, which I like. Growing companies and value. Does pay a dividend, and its Snowflake is kind of, we want green snowflakes. We want big green snowflakes for a strong company. That's one of the reasons why this is very graphical. It is almost red. It's orange, not even yellow or green. So the snowflake's saying, hey, this is not a strong stock at this time. So we're not going to get a lot of fundamentals. So the question is that a support line there? Is that a resistance line up there? Zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. Is it going up? Does our indicators saying it's going to go up? It's for you to decide. 73 or 74, I believe it can be reached. TA for target. Let's see if we can put a deal together and see if we can have a long-term play, at least till the summer, on this. That doesn't cost me very much, and I don't risk a lot in case the market does do something that I don't, really wanted to do. If it crashes, my portfolio might lose 25%. My trading portfolio, I have a little higher risk. Well, this is Option Strat. It's a option simulation tool. We're looking at a bull put spread. The opposite of bull put spread for a short is a bear call spread. Bull put spread. And we see to do this, you would need a long put, in other words, buy a protection, and short or sell a put. That's where you make your money. So this stock is trading at $72 going out to September. I think it's going up to 73 or 74. So let's say 75, and I want to risk about $300. So I widen the strike and buy a 72. Selling a 75 and buying a 72, that gives me $300 in margin requirement, the length of the strike. Instantly, I get $115 in my bank account. The max loss is higher than the credit I'm received. The max loss is 186, and the max profit is going to be 115, the amount that I collected. Not too bad. But the break even is where I care about, 73.85. So I didn't quite get to 73, but it's below 74, 73, 74, which is where I think it's going to go before September. If it hits that 74, I have a winner on my hands and win some money. And if I wait till the end, I'll get $115. But if it goes up to 75, this is my playing field, around $40. And $40 profit, and the max loss is 185, about 21%. So we needed to get to at least $40 is what we're going to shoot for profit. So I can take a profit any time it reaches this $75 time profit range. And I have my algo has its profit target of 12% and a stop loss of 8% right here. So this is the playing field right here. Ideally, you'd like to go to 81. That's not going to be possible. Anyway, that's the trade. To get the max profit early, this thing needs to go and hit that quite early. And then you can get out. But if it hangs in this area here, which is what I think it's going to do, you'll have a profit and loss as the market fluctuates. And we needed to get to about 75 to make our 40. From here to there, can it get there? I think it can. That's my trade. Risking 185 to make 115. As long as it stays above around 74, I'm going to win something. And if it gets to 75, I'll take around $40 in profit. If it gets above 74, I got profit. And this is at the time of expiration. And as I showed you the graph, you can take profit less money earlier. Well, I hope you learned something. I hope it's helpful to see how I'm trading. I hope you like and subscribe this video. And I hope to see you soon. And we'll catch you on the flip. Happy trading. Like what you're doing. Develop your own strategy.